good series of videos. In this episode I'm going to be explaining to you the Tuckman's stages of team development model for teams. Obviously, to be an effective leader we need to be able to lead teams, so we need to have some understanding of some theories and models about leadership and how to build teams. So this is one of the more formal types of models that I'm advocating that you should consider having in your own definition of leadership, as we've discussed in a previous episode. So there's 5 stages to this model. The first stage is forming. This is when a team forms and becomes a team for the first time. One thing that you need to understand that when your team changes by only one person, which could include someone leaving the team and not being replaced, your team automatically goes back to the forming stage. Now in the forming stage, people are getting clarity about what their role is, who the leader is. Has a leader actually got the skills to lead this team? So that's part of the forming stage of a team. People are coming together and understanding each other. Now again, existing teams go back to the forming teams, the forming stage, as soon as their personnel is changed. The second stage is called storming. This is where we now have gone through the forming stage, we understand what our roles are, but we might not like what those roles are. We might not be doing roles that people believe are what their strengths are or what they should be. There might be confusion over the leadership or some unhappiness with the leadership. So the storming stage is a stage that teams can often get stuck in. They don't move beyond this stage, they don't progress. So the storming stage is a stage where the performance of the team is nowhere near equal to the talent of the members of the team in that particular team. The next stage, or third stage, is called the norming stage. This is where we're happy with the leadership, people understand what their roles are, and they get to work with each other in a way over time that they get to really understand each other and how they're contributing to the team's performance. This stage can take quite some time for teams to work their way through. So again, we are happy with the leadership, we're happy with our roles, we're now working together on whatever the project is, and we're discovering more and more and learning more about what each other's strengths and weaknesses are. So again, that stage is a stage that we can spend a lot of time in. Teams that are changing regularly constantly will go back from here down to forming, maybe get stuck in storming, and then get back into the norming stage. So there's no guarantee that you'll progress, but norming stage generally takes some time. The fourth stage is a stage that not all teams get to. In fact, less than 15% of teams get to the performing stage in this model. And that's where we understand each other so clearly that we don't have to ask for help. People just chip in and do what needs to be done to help each other to make the team achieve what it's meant to achieve. So people aren't worried about who's supposed to be doing what. There's no blame game or finger pointing. It's just everyone has literally their shoulder to the wheel and everyone does whatever they need to do to help the team to be successful. And there's a high level of trust. I trust that you will do your bit and you trust that I will do mine. And trust is something that teams speak about a lot, but if you've ever been in a team that's been in the performing stage, you will know what I'm talking about. It's where you literally have such a high level of trust that if someone needs to get something done, they will do it, but not only do it, they will do it right, it will be done properly, and if they can't do it, they will let you know. You will trust that they can't do it, and together you will find a way. The last stage, or fifth stage, of Tuckman's stages of team development is a journey. Now this is when a team ends, officially ends. Now too often teams leave this stage alone and let people just separate. Tuckman actually advocates that people need to mark the ending of something, particularly if it's been good. Now if you've been stuck down here, it might not be something you want to celebrate or something that you want to go to the journey stage. You might find that people just want to move on. But that's not a high-performing team. In a high-performing team, you should go through the process of just closing it out, literally coming together, often with food, it can just be a coffee, just coming together and saying, you know what, this has been an awesome experience, and reflecting on it, noting on what's made it work. So a couple of key things with Tuckman's stages of team development. Not every team goes through all 5 stages. Teams will often get stuck on these bottom 3 here somewhere. If you get stuck, you're not a high-performing team. You need to get to this level to be able to be a high-performing team where you truly are leveraging the full suite of talents of everyone in the team. So you need to sit back and assess, where is your team right now? Is it at the forming stage still? Is it storming? Is it norming? or is it performing, or is it in fact getting ready to move into the adjourning stage? So, using the Tuckman stages of teams development can help you move beyond being good with your leadership, and I look forward to working with you next time.